very short. This is what I believe. I believe Obamacare is going to go forward, which, by the way, is owned by Prince William. Okay? Obamacare is being sponsored by Prince William's business out of Great Britain. So you have to go forward with this, Dr. Manning. We have to stop all this, because once Obamacare gets started and they get everybody hooked up on Obamacare, then the dollar is going, first they're going to drop the derivative market because that's a scam. Okay, they're going to do the derivatives. They're going to start taking money out of people's accounts because they're going to have all your information to hook up with Obamacare. Okay, and then that's that. Under Obamacare, they're going to chip you. And if you get chipped, you will have access to eat and have jobs and have money. If you do not get chipped, you will not have access to anything. You will be at your demise. This is so serious. We have got to put down the barriers of hatred. We have to rise up as a unity and take this back. This is the only way we can win. We really have to unite. We're at a crossroad right now. And God's testing each and every one of us to say, hey, listen.
Well, Jeannine,
you know, Dr. Manning, not everybody's a soul-like.
Yeah, well, Jeannine,
you know this.
Jeannine, I have stated that Obamacare is the beast. I think he may have diverted everybody's attention by naming his limousine the beast, but Obamacare is the beast. And then if we look at what the book of Revelation says about the beast, and you're right, you're going to get chipped. There is no way, once you go into the system, you're going to get chipped. And the chipping process can happen, which then will become the mark of the beast, which will allow you to interact or not interact. But if we look at prophecy, Jeannine, and I don't mean to be fatalistic or pessimistic here at all, certainly I'm not, but the prophecy indicates that most people are going to get chipped, and the beast will be of such magnitude that those of God will cry out, the angels of God will cry out, who can make war against Obamacare?
Well, let me tell you something right now, Dr. Manning. I'm not going to get chipped. They're going to have to kill me, okay, because I'm not doing it. There's no way in this God's earth will I be chipped. There's no way I will give up my everlasting life. No way. I will not go to hell. I will not be chipped. This is where it's gone, Dr. Manning. People need to understand this is the Vatican. The Catholic Church will eventually fall. More and more people are waking up to the Catholic Church. More and more people are understanding. We have a lot of double agents out here. A lot of double agents. They will not talk about the Vatican. They'll talk about everything around the Vatican. They will not talk about the Vatican. Okay, Jeff Rentz put out an excellent, he had Eric John Phelps on for an interview. It was over an hour. And it was an excellent interview having to do with the Vatican and the Vatican assassins. Okay, because that's what they are. They're assassins. If you get in their way, they're going to kill you. They will use a heart attack gun on you. They will use a microwave gun on you. They will kill you.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I wanted to, Jen, if I could just pause you there. Talking about the chip, they can, the powers that are now powers can heart attack you from 100 miles above in the sky. They can chip you also as well. I mean, I'm very, very, very concerned about cell phone use and computer use. For instance, if you look into a computer and look into a computer screen, it takes a perfect image of your eyes, your eye print, every time you use a screen or every time you touch screen. And any information that they want, they can chip you without a physical chip. You understand what I'm saying? They can look, you turn on a computer, that computer will take a perfect picture of your eyes and chip you. And they can identify you wherever you are, they can identify you by the chip in your eye.
It's only for identity reason. For you to be able to have access to your accounts, for you to have access to money, for them to have a real tracking device, it has to be placed in you. They're tracking you right now, Dr. Manning. Come on.
Well, I know that. I understand that as well. Yeah, they are. But in terms of the beast chip, which is prophesied in the book of Revelation, I think that what Revelation says to us, Jeannine, and I'm not arguing against anything you're saying, I'm just trying to get clarity. What the book of Revelation states is that we accept this chip. We accept this as a utopian form of interacting. And we acknowledge that we're a chip, and we disavow, if you will, the knowledge of God or even his power. At some point in time, the beast will become so powerful that people will have no need for God. They will believe that this chip will give them life. You know, Sarah Palin talked about going back, looking at some of the historical information about Russian healthcare, came up with the term death panels. I'm convinced, Jeannine, that Obamacare will evolve into life panels where they're going to promise you longer life. They're going to promise you a more productive life. They're going to promise life as a result of the fact that they can care for you for many, many years, way past it. Bloomberg is touting that he has improved the quality of life and the longevity of life here in New York by as much as 10 years over the 12 years he was mayor. That's where I think all of this is going with the chip, with the Obamacare, with the beast, and with people acknowledging, so, well, listen, if I can get 50 more years, I'm going to sign up for Obamacare.
Well, you got to understand something. Whatever Obama says, it's the opposite. Whatever Obama says, it's the opposite. Whatever Obama tells you, it's going to be the opposite of what is. Number one, my friend is from Canada who had a child. And this is going back in the 80s. And the child had a brain tumor. It was brought before the Canadian government, and the Canadian government declined the child's surgery. So she has family in the United States. So she brought her family down to, her son down to the United States. They looked at him. They operated on him. They kept him in this country for a little while. Then he went back to Canada. Do you know that he's still alive, Dr. Manning? They denied him the surgery because they thought it was a waste of money. Okay? So whatever Obama's telling you, believe me in my heart, it is the opposite of what he's going to do. The opposite. The total opposite. You can't believe a word he says. Not one word, because this is all part of confusion. They're trying to keep you very confused. They're trying to manipulate you to the point where you can't decipher what's truth and what's not anymore.
Well, let me ask you one more question, Jeannine, and unfortunately we only have just a couple of moments left. You made mention of the fact that Joe Biden is the legal president. All right, Obama is not, that he is a representative. My question is this, is that we remember back in May of 2008 when Hillary Clinton should have been coronated as the new president and uniquely the first woman president. They simply just took that away from her. They took it away from her in broad daylight. They robbed her of the state of Florida, the state of Michigan, and told her to shut up and go sit down. We're giving it to Obama. And she had to abide by that. And then she had to come in and actually serve Obama. They just took that flat out. The American people let that happen and did not raise any ire over it. They wanted Obama. Nobody had ever heard of this creep before. Where are we going in 2016? If they were able to pull something off like that, which no one expected that to take place at the Democratic National Convention, would take it away from Hillary, not by vote, not by proxy, but just by sheer will and authority. Where are we going in 2016 with Obama? And then the other question is, the other statement is, Pope Benedict XVI just stands up one day and says, I'm tired, I'm sick, I'm resigning. And next thing we know, we've got Pope Bergoglio as the Pope, which is unprecedented in Catholic history. Are we going to see something similar to that, Jeannine?
I think Pope Francis is going to be the new Pope, Black Pope. That's where I think he's going. That's where I think he's going, because the Black Pope that is there now is very old. And I think they need to change guards. They're the general. He's the general. He's the general of the world. Okay, and he's very old. And I think that Pope Francis is going to be moved to the Black Pope position, because he's as dirty as the day is long. Okay, when you go back to the day that he took over the Pontiff seat, he was served with warrants for his arrest for the genocide in Argentina. Okay, for all the genocide and the killing that had gone on under his governance as the Pope. Okay, and then as the Pope is a priest down there. So I mean, he's very dirty. That's number one. Number two, Obama's never going to give up this presidency. Don't ever think he is. Okay, we are going to World War III. Before this all happens, we will be at war. Because when you look at our statute, the one statute they kept is that if whoever the president is sitting at the time will remain president. He's not going anywhere. He's too egotistic. He's narcissistic. He's not going anywhere. That's number 3. Number 4, I'm going to put this out here, Dr. Manning. And all I can say to you is this is my belief now in my heart. This has gotten so out of control. This evil is beyond anybody's concept of evil. This is evil that you can't even penetrate your mind or your heart. I have a hard time with it. I get very ill over this. And the more I read, the iller I get on their intent. What's going to happen is this world, we're going to go to World War III. This world's going to go up in a ball of flames. And not only is the United States going to be destroyed, the world's going to be destroyed, and a galaxy is going to be destroyed. It's going to be the end. It's the only way God can get rid of this evil is by destroying it completely.
The galaxy is going to be destroyed?
Everything.
The solar system?
Our solar system is going to be destroyed. The whole thing is going to go. It's got to go. It's the only way, because you got to understand they're already occupying Mars. They're already occupying the moon. The whole thing has got to go. For us, God is not going to allow this. We can't get rid of this evil any other way but by self-destruction. And let me tell you, we're on a diligent path to self-destruction.
Jeannine, can I ask you to return tomorrow, if possibly on a landline? We can complete our discussion. I've got a hard break coming up, and I've got a second guest that I need to have. If you can return tomorrow.
Let me call Elizabeth in the morning to let you know if I can get a landline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll pick this up again tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeannine.
All right.
All right.
Bye now.
Just to wrap up some of the things that Jeannine said. I mean, we do understand the paradigm of the earth being destroyed in the flood. We understand the Nephilims that come out of Genesis 6 with people with a different DNA than ours, which took the daughters of men. We know that happened. With respect to the galaxy, that's a large area of space. The solar system is even more minute. But I think it's quite interesting to look at the paradigm of Pope Francis and Pope Benedict XVI, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama in unprecedented moves of terms of leadership of the world, of two of the world's greatest organizations, the Catholic Church and the United States of America. And I can't see us going back to a time of what had been precedented as one man, one vote, or Pope dies and we then bring in a second vote. We're living in some unprecedented times. We'll take this up again tomorrow with Jeannine. You're listening to the Manning Report, everybody. I'll be right back.